स्वभावचिन्मयानन्दं कृपापूर्णं जगत्पतिं हरिषड्वर्गजेतारं नित्यानन्दगुरुं भजे.
Let's enter into today's sutra and we'll enter into the subject. While being caressed, sweet princess enter the caress as everlasting life. Shiva says, while being caressed, sweet princess enter the caress as everlasting life. It's a beautiful sutra. He is giving you the technique to reach your being, to reach the Shiva Consciousness. To explore the inner space, to achieve your original being. Every man has being, but we don't live in the being. We are little imbalanced, little eccentric. That is the reason for all the problems, tension, whatever you are carrying in your mind. The reason is you are not living in your center. You are not living in your being. You are not as you are supposed to be. You are not as you are. Constantly you are moving between the center and periphery. From the center you move towards the periphery. And some moment you come back, relax in the center. And you try to have a glimpse of you. You as you are supposed to be. Or you as you are. Your very being, your very core. But somehow you don't stay in that same space always. Again, you run away. You don't stay in that space eternally. You move away from that space. You are moving between your being and the periphery. You are not centered. You are not solid. By and by, slowly, you start staying in a space where you don't have to experience the periphery or the center. You try to avoid your boundary and the center, both. You create an image in which you neither experience your boundary completely nor experience the center. If I can make a small diagram, maybe I'll be able to explain how we are playing with our mind, how we are moving from our boundary to being. This is your center, your being. But you don't stay always in this being. You live a very eccentric life. Sometimes you are in this place, sometimes you are in this place. You move from your boundary. This is your being. And you don't stay in your being all day. Constantly you are moving. Morning you have some ideas, evening you have different ideas. With every person, every moment, you are behaving, expressing yourself in a different way. You don't have a solid being. You don't stay in your being in a solid way. You have your own ideas. So naturally when you are eccentric, moving between the boundary and the center, constant movement in your mind is happening. Again, after some time, you don't even want to do this. Slowly you create a space, you create a center where you don't have to go to the extreme boundary or to your being. Because your being is ecstasy, this is pain. The extreme madness and the extreme joy. When you are in your being, you are Shiva, you are Buddha, you are Krishna. When you are here, you are mad. You are in the ultimate madness. Please be very clear, when I say mad, I really mean it. You can see when you are filled with anger, when you are filled with lust, when you are filled with greed, you don't know what you are doing. You are in madness, the extreme. You are ready to do anything. I always tell people, anger is short-term madness. Part-time madness is anger. Full-time anger is madness. If you are mad part-time, you are in anger. Anyhow. Anger and madness are only two different phases. Only it's a quantitative difference, not qualitatively. It's only the quantity. In madness, you stay there permanently. In anger, you stay there for a few hours. Otherwise, in quality wise, both are one and the same. But by and by, you create a new center in you, what you call human. You will neither experience the space of Shiva, nor experience the space of madness. You neither go to this extreme, nor go to this extreme. That is why, after growing, actually as long as you are a child, you try to play both the game. Sometimes you are in high ecstasy, just like Krishna, just like Shiva, just like Buddha. Sometimes you are filled with anger and greed. Slowly, when you grow, society trains you, society cultures you. When you grow, you create another center where you neither experience this madness nor experience this Shiva consciousness. This is what I call the human personality. This is the space where human beings are. You start staying in this space. In this space, you neither experience the extreme madness, you are balanced, nor experience the beautiful freedom, the ultimate freedom of Shiva consciousness. Even when you are free, when you have nothing to worry, you don't express yourself completely because you are afraid. When this madness comes, you will have to control yourself. When you are having complete freedom, you are preparing and waiting for the madness to come. When you are filled with madness, anger, you are waiting for the Shiva consciousness to come. You are not full in madness or in Shiva consciousness. You are constantly moving between these two. Between these two. Even if you are moving between these two, you are alive. You are alive. There's another kind of human beings who don't even move. They are just dead. They are dead. you get the memory of the Buddha consciousness. You remember at some time you are peaceful, blissful. So you think, no, there is something seriously wrong with me. You are not happy with your anger. You are not fulfilled with your anger. Same way, whenever you are in the Buddha consciousness, in the space of silence, you think, no, this won't stay, I know about me. This will stay only for a few minutes. Tomorrow I will not be the same person. Tomorrow morning, I know when I go back to the house and see my husband. You are clear. You are very clear about the whole thing. When you don't even want to move between these two spaces, you just try to compromise. You start staying in the middle place. You create your own center where you neither express the anger nor express the peace. You control yourself. You call that as a balanced life. You call that as a balanced life. Practically you are dead, just waiting for graveyard. Just waiting. You can't even believe you are alive. You can't even believe you are alive. A small story. Elderly couple woke up from the bed early morning after a good night's sleep. Man just tries to hold her. She suddenly says, no, don't touch me. He's asking why? I am dead. He says, what are you talking? We are talking to each other, don't you understand? Why do you say you are dead? No, I am sure I am dead. What are you talking? You are talking to me. Don't you remember? Don't you understand? You are alive. No. Morning he got up. Nothing hurts me. That is enough proof I am dead. If nothing hurts in the body, it is enough proof that you are dead. There is no life when you don't move from your boundary to the center. When you don't understand, you have different space in yourself. As of now, human beings live either in the space of madness or in the space of human beings. They are not completely centered in Shiva consciousness, in the space of Shiva. Shiva gives this technique to enter into that space. It's a beautiful technique to enter into the space of Shiva. And he says, give me that card also. Just by entering into a relationship, you can fall or you can come back into the Shiva consciousness. You will be surprised. Shiva is saying, just when you relax in the relationship, you can come back to the Shiva consciousness. You can straightaway fall into the Shiva consciousness. You can come back to your center. You can come back to your being. You can understand. You can experience the space in which Shiva is staying.